I'm gonna wake up Pete. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm awake. Come on. I'm awake.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to week 5. And this week is going to be a bit of a different format than most weeks because, as I mentioned, I'm going to try and do some max testing this week. And so this first 3-day cycle is actually a bit of a taper. What I decided to do was to taper down the volume on my squats and bench. And the other stuff was actually held the same. The shoulder work, the back work, and the abs. Although I actually also did taper cardio down. So this 3 days was actually scheduled as a 70% week, or I should actually say block. And so what I did was, instead of my usual 6 sets of 6 on my volume work, I did 3 sets of 6. I maintained my daily maxing because apparently one thing about tapering is that you actually don't want to lower your intensity because apparently you can detrain by not training with the high weights frequently, when you're on a high frequency program like I am. But what you want to do is taper the volume down in order to try and dissipate some of the fatigue that accumulates over a training block. And that's actually a good thing to talk about briefly, is that, exercising, like anything else, has both a plus and a minus to it. So you have the positive stress that you apply to your body, which your body will then adapt to by either getting stronger or bigger, right? The downside is each workout causes some amount of fatigue, and, going super hard, super long, potentially the fatigue can overwhelm your ability to continue adding that stress to your body so that the adaptations can continue, somewhat indefinitely. Yeah, so basically the idea is to keep your body accustomed to, lifting heavy weights, but allow that fatigue that you've accumulated over the course of a training cycle to dissipate by cutting the volume down. What's going to happen this week is the second set of 3 days. Normally, my normal Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is only going to be 2 days. It's going to be Tuesday and Wednesday because Wednesday afternoon I need to leave town. And so we'll be restarting hopefully next Saturday because I'm flying back on Saturday morning. And then hopefully I'll be able to get in Saturday's workout late in the day and then back on schedule on Sunday. Yeah, so, finishing up the accessory work, and, I didn't actually take any volume off of my overhead press work because I felt like it was pretty light, and, I hadn't been doing any of the, low rep, high weight type stuff with the shoulders. So moving on to Monday, front squats, man, nice. Hit 200 for the front squat max. And to be honest, I think everything from 150 as we've been going from 150 up has been PRs because I never really did any kind of heavy front squats. Front squats were in my program, last winter, but I think the lowest I went on reps was like 4, and I think the weight was like 140 for sets of 4 or something like that. So anyway, so that's been pretty cool. It's almost like setting a PR twice a week. I got to tell you guys, during this first 3 days of this week, the anticipation was building, because I'm just going through, it's almost like going through the motions when you're doing a taper, because it feels like so little work. It's like, come on, man. It's like, let me at the weights, I want to kill them. Like, yeah. But, this was good. And to be honest, it almost felt weird not doing as much volume. It's almost like I didn't, feel normal. So anyway, this is the end of the first 3 days with some behind the neck jerks, and we're about to head into the awesomeness. And we have a quick review here of my best daily maxes for all my lifts of cycle 1 here. And I think each time I do a test week like this, I will be updating and kind of showing the progress on the daily maxes in the change column. So on to Tuesday. I wanted to show you... Oh, there's actually a spoiler here because you can actually see what I ended up doing. But I wanted to show you pistol squats because I actually graduated to the 45-pound plate, which is pretty cool. What I think I might do for the next cycle is move the weight back down, but start doing sets of 3 instead of just doubles. Alright, so here we go. On to the bench press. I decided to open with 182.5 because that's nice and easy and I can just kill it, which I did. And so then moved up to 202.5 and just killed that. Felt so good. Just like flew off the chest all the way to lockout, no problem. So then I went up to 212.5, which was the goal I had in mind, and I was really surprised that I missed it. I was like, what? How did that not go? But if everything was easy, life just wouldn't be fun. So here's the comparison from last year to this year. So you can see like the strength, the body, in terms of body weight percentage is really close, like I expected it to be. And just so you know, I actually weighed in at like 123. I moved it up so that, it could be by the book.
But Captain, I can't avenge my partner's death with this pea shooter.
I don't want to hear it, Big Bang. That cannon of yours is against regulations. In this department, we go by the book.
By book.
So on to OHP, decided to open with 115. No problem, right up over the head. And these are without, trying to not use any leg drive. So moved up to 127.5 and got that. And I decided that I wasn't going to show you the attempt at 137.5 because it just didn't go well at all. So here's the OHP data. You can see I'm only 500ths below what I hit last year. So that's pretty rocking, and we'll be looking to make good improvement on that. And another spoiler alert here, you can see what I got on squat and deadlift. But because it's hump day, it's definitely become my favorite day, as you guys have probably noticed. So I ended up only taking 2 attempts on squat, just decided to open with 275, and basically murdered it. And then I simply just went up to 300, which was the number I had in mind for this, for finishing up this cycle. I gotta admit though, this was tough, but I'm glad I got it because it would have been not good if I missed it. Look at that face. Only a mother could love that face. So here we have our squat data, and we actually show that we are doing better now than we were then. And like I mentioned, I weighed in at 123.5 at the end of this workout, but I put 125 to make the numbers not as good. And that's good stuff, man. I'm happy about that. And finally, onto my deadlift maxing. I decided to open with 275, and as you notice, doing the double overhand grip on this. And pretty happy that I got it with double overhand, because that's pretty cool. Then we moved up to 305. I know it's hard to see the weights, so you're just going to take my word for it, but it's 305. And again, got it with the double overhand. That's pretty slick. I like that. But let me tell you, when I moved up to 330, double overhand wasn't going to happen. So we just went with the old classic alternate grip, and it was a pull for the ages. You can tell I was a little happy about that. So anyway, our deadlift data shows that the deadlift is also better than it was last winter, and that is awesome. So lower body is better than last winter. Upper body's lagging just a touch, but I think we can fix that. And thanks for watching Cycle 1, guys. We're going to be moving on to Cycle 2. Take care.